Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of our Gibraltar Challenge here on Football Manager 2016. Now this is going to be an extra special match that I didn't even mention last week because I completely forgot it was going to be happening. This is going to be Gibraltar taking on Andorra in an international friendly. Now the thing I really like about this is we have, of course, Tony Ball on the bench, one of our players, got 2 caps already, and Philip Duo, who is looking for his first cap for Gibraltar as well. But not only that, we of course have Alex Ross, one of our really good defenders. Actually, he's been playing quite a lot for us this season, 16 matches. He is going to get his first cap, as well as, of course, our goalkeeper Colin McDonald, also playing his first match for Gibraltar at the age of 17. That's pretty good. So let's see how they got on. Of course, we've still not seen Gibraltar even score a single goal so far since this challenge started, so hopefully today will be the day. They are 50-1 to win this match still against Andorra. Andorra's probably quite a tricky team to play against, in all fairness, but you never know, they might be able to pull some out of the bag. Of course, remember the highest ever goal score. Oh, they're in it on the attack already. Walker with a shot. Oh, it's saved. Wow, that was nearly a very exciting moment then. Of course, the highest goal scorer ever for Gibraltar only has 1 goal, and I think that's drawn between 3 people so far. So anybody who can start to put together some good performances could actually become one of Gibraltar's most legendary footballers. Walker plays it into Steisch. It's gone over, but so far Gibraltar have started very, very strong here. This is very impressive. Let's put the let's change that to the Gibraltar stats. Of course, we've got Alex Ross and Callum McDonald, both our players. They also have Tony Ball and Philip Duo on the bench. 2 very strong players they can bring on. 2 very attacking players they can bring on as well. Tony Ball has been fantastic for us since the last international friendly match. He scored a hat-trick only a few weeks back. That's terrible defence. The ball's gone all the way through and it is cleared there by Wiseman. It's a corner for Andorra. Gibraltar done well so far. They've kept it 0-0 for 18 minutes. Of course, very, very heavy favourites to lose this match, Gibraltar. But I'll tell you what, a draw here, a draw could even see them go a little bit up the FIFA rankings. Who knows? They are still currently rock solid bottom in 210th. Come on, guys. It's also nice to see a few more of our players getting an opportunity. I would say we've got 4 players in the Gibraltar national side. We've got 2 or 3 players in the under-21s, and I think we've got 5 or 6 players in the under-19s today as well. The under-19s, I think they've got a full defence from our club. With all the new regens, we've just had Walker. Walker cuts in. Walker with a shot. Oh, it's gone over. Oh, I tell you what, that Walker's looking pretty good today down that wing. Let's have a quick look at him. Liam Walker. He plays... Oh, he's actually our best player, isn't he? Yes, he plays currently at Gibraltar Lincoln. Wow, this guy is just so overpowered for our league. He really is. He's very, very OP. But he's doing really well. You'd have to say if anything's going to happen today, it looks like it's going to come through him. I paused the game, haven't I? There we go. Let's press play again. But he needs to be crossing the ball in a bit more, I think. We need to really start to try and develop some good Gibraltarian strikers. Because at the moment we're doing well with defenders, I think. We're very well with defenders. And of course, Callum McDonald, the goalkeeper, playing here. Be great if he could get an international clean sheet in his debut match. But tell you what, Gibraltar are looking very strong here today. The majority of their highlights are going their way. And this could be the beginning of the rise of Gibraltar in the FIFA rankings. Steisch plays it out wide. It's picked up by Gosling. It's a shame we haven't got any attacking players in the team. We've got a defender and a goalkeeper. It's in. Steisch, it's saved. Oh, God, I thought we had a goal. I think Steisch is already one of the guys on 1 goal, so if he scores 1 more, he will become Gibraltar's highest ever goal scorer. I think the highest cap total at the moment is 22 or 23 as well. So the more we go, hopefully the more we can get a few players in there. Juan, saved by McDonald. Great save, McDonald. Continuing his great form from the league. Of course, he's a Division 2 goalkeeper, and here he is playing for the Gibraltar national side. I say he's a Division 2 goalkeeper. I think he's good enough to play Division 1, and hopefully next season he will be playing Division 1. That is the target anyway. It might be a bit more difficult to get promoted than we thought. There we go, half-time at 0-0. Well done. Well done. There has been quite a few substitutions. Did that involve... Tony Ball has come on the pitch. as has Philip Duo as well. So 2 of our attacking players now on. They've kept Alex Ross and Callum McDonald on there as well. So all 4 of our players that are currently called up for the Gibraltar squad are now on the pitch. So effectively, it's not too far away from being Europa Point versus Andorra. That means Tony Ball's now up to 3 caps as well. Alex Ross on 1, Callum McDonald on 1, and of course Philip Duo getting his first cap as well. Salahadin Tar, who's also got a cap, has not been called up this time. In fairness, he doesn't make it into our team, so I'm not quite sure why he's made it into the Gibraltar side. Carrillo to Gutierrez to Gill. Come on, guys, keep it clean. 52 minutes in. If you can keep this to a 0-0 draw, it'd be fantastic. Comes across to Ramon. Crosses it in. Straight over the top of Aguirre. Gutierrez. Now we are going to have another 2 matches in this episode. They're both going to be cup matches as well. They're going to be our second round cup match in the Rock Cup. And there's the goal for Aguirre. They did pretty well. They've kept 52 minutes with a clean sheet. So they've done pretty well. They were heavy favourites to lose this match. Andorra are actually quite a good side. Well, compared to us anyway. They're quite a good side. So, yeah, it's not a massive surprise losing this match, of course. So, yeah, we do have the second round of the Rock Cup, where we're playing against Gibraltar Lincoln, which is a really, really strong team. It can be very, very difficult for us, that one. And I think we have a match against, I think it's Boca Juniors in the Second Division League Cup. And Gibraltar on the attack, and they've scored. It's Torreira. They've scored a goal. Dean Torreira. Let's have a quick look at him. He plays for Lynx. This is his first ever cap. Oh, what a fantastic goal that is for him. He's not scored a single goal yet this season. Only a couple of assists, but now he's scored for the national side on his debut. And can Gibraltar, could they possibly get a 1-1 draw here? Or even better, could they turn it around and maybe get the win? Oh, good old ball with a cross. It was cleared badly by Rui Carrillo. And then Torreira put the ball into the back of the net. Great goal. Is there anything else? Is there another sting left in the tail here? Gibraltar were only down for 6 minutes and now they're on the attack again. So I'm not sure if I'm happy about this or not, because as much as it's great to see Gibraltar finally starting to turn things around and get slightly better, at the same time I want to get the Gibraltar national job. So I want to see this guy probably do badly, I suppose, because I want to get that job. Philip Duo, our player, of course, to Diani. It's taken away from him by Gutierrez. And now Andorra on the break. Oh, they're playing backwards though. Jimenez now on the ball. Plays it forward to Gil. Back to Gutierrez. Forward to Gil. Gil with a big ball over the top, and the goal scorer, Aguirre, manages to pick it up, crosses it into the box. And there's another goal there for Garcia. It's 2-1 to Andorra. Gibraltar did fantastically well to equalise, but 9 minutes later, they're back down. It's a shame. But there could still be another sting in this tail yet. They could still come back and win it. No reason why not. There's Garcia on the volleys. Oh, great goal. Very good goal. Is there anything else left in this game for Gibraltar? Could there be another goal? Could there be a 2-2 maybe? Who knows? I think the only way to boost yourself up in the FIFA rankings is to start to get some draws, get some wins, and I think you earn points from doing so, and you start to slowly move up the rankings. So even though we played really well, got a goal in this one, I still think they will stay down at 210th by the looks of it. Unless goals mean anything. I don't know if goals mean anything. Well, they're on the attack though. There's the goal scorer, the first goal, Aguirre. Playing it calmly back to his goalkeeper, then out to Diaz short, now to Sanchez. Forward to Gil, to Gutierrez. Andorra playing it forward. I think the third goal for Andorra wouldn't really be fair on Gibraltar. They've done really well in this one. Gibraltar dominated most of the first half, I think, really. Aguirre plays it forward to Jimenez, and there is the full-time whistle. It's a shame. It's a shame, but Gibraltar did really well, I think. They really showed Some real class there. Good goal for Dean Torria. And of course, Philip Duo getting his first cap for Gibraltar. Tony Ball getting his third cap. Alex Ross getting his first cap. And Callum McDonald in goal getting his first cap as well. So, really good that is. Let's have a quick look at the matches we've got set for you on this episode then. So here we go. We've got 2 more matches left for you on this episode. We're going to have the League 2... The Division 2 League Cup semi-final against Boca Juniors. And then, of course, the Rock Cup quarter-final against the big Gibraltar Lincoln, who are finally now back up to the top of that first division, in control of the league. And I think we're going to really struggle in that one. But hopefully, you never know, we might be able to sneak something. And just before we get into that match, let's just have a quick look at this screen and just let this sink in for a second. Yes, Leo FC has just defeated Gibraltar Phoenix. What a fantastic result that is for us. This is where the league sits right now. We are currently 3 points ahead of Gibraltar Phoenix. And we have to play them again in a couple of episodes' time. So this is just exactly the result we needed. If we can beat Gibraltar Phoenix in an episode in a couple of episodes' time, then we should be able to win the league. And that would definitely put us up. But yeah, what a fantastic result that is. Thank you very much, Leo FC. You've really helped us out there. So let's get into this cup match then. And here we go with this cup match. This is the semi-final of the Segunda Division League Cup. As you can see by down here, whoever wins this will go on to face Gibraltar Phoenix in the final. So this is a big match, a very big match. And Gibraltar Phoenix, of course, our current championship rivals, could also be our cup rivals as well. So, you may notice a couple of new names in here. And basically, a few of our younger players have turned out to be very, very good. First off, in centre midfield, we have Frank Evans. He's a pretty good player, as you can see. Good work rate, teamwork, some decent physical attributes, and some good mental ones as well. He's actually quite a good little midfielder. I have already played him in one game. He did get a 6.9, but I'd like to play him again here. Also, we finally have Cooper. Now, Cooper was the one last time I was trying to sign up, and I accidentally tried to sign him up to a part-time contract, and he wasn't happy. So now we've managed to sign him up onto a youth contract. He is a very good player, as you can see by current ability. He's already an excellent player for the senior team. Good heading, good tackling, decent marking, needs a bit of work. But I think he's going to be a great addition. He's playing out on left back today, but I think we'll play him long term more in the centre. And we're going to also try Barry Green in goal, another 16-year-old Gibraltarian goalkeeper. Looks pretty good, and again, current ability is very, very good, superb rating. Of course, we do have our main goalkeeper, McDonald. He's on the bench, just got his first cap for Gibraltar. I think we'll be switching these 2 around quite a bit, because I think they're both very similar sort of rated. And we do, of course, have a big match coming up against Gibraltar Lincoln in a few days' time, so I thought I'd rest a couple of other players as well. Apart from that, very much unchanged. Cortez and Ball up front with Hulk and Lobaton, Gonzalez, Ross and Matindo, and of course a Carito in centre midfield. So it's a pretty strong team, very strong team. Is there anyone here that I recognise? Nobody really. So let's just go straight for it. So we're doing control, fluid. We're going to tell them we want them to... We've actually been winning a lot of matches in a row so far. So it'd be great to see if we can pick up another victory here. So Sanchez, Lobaton and Hulk kick off. And it's back to our 16-year-old Evans. It'd be great to see if how far these players can go. Of course, Ball had a very good game. Come on as a substitute in the Gibraltar game we just watched against Andorra. Alex Ross, fresh off that Andorra game as well. As was Philip Duo and, of course, our substitute goalkeeper today. I've forgotten his name. Ball though in the corner. Gonzalez heads it in. It's 1-0. That's a great start to the game. Halloween Gonzalez, his first goal for Europa Point. And that's good. We want to try and make sure we get through to this final. It'd be great to get a cup in our first season, as well as the league as well. Of course, the Rock Cup is the one that I'm really interested in. That is the one where we had the potential of maybe getting into the Europa League next year. That'd be massive. It'd be good to get a bit of extra money through gate receipts and, who knows, maybe even squeeze a little bit of TV time out of it. I don't know how TV time is going to work, because obviously if it's a Gibraltar team versus like an Azerbaijani team in the Europa League first round, it's not going to get major TV across Europe, but it might still get TV in Gibraltar and Azerbaijan. So I don't know if that would get us a little bit of extra money. I don't honestly know. Callan has the ball now, coming forward with Lopez. We've been conceding quite a few goals of recently. We've scored quite a few. And I haven't actually shown you the match I played off camera, have I? It was a fantastic game. We won it 4-2 with 4 goals all coming from Isaac Cortez. He played up front for the game because we had an injury to Hulk. And he was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, we have been conceding quite a few goals of recent. And there's Gonzalez who scored the goal earlier, heading it clear. Cortez plays it forward to Lobaton, who I don't think he's actually that fantastic a player, stats-wise, but he's done well since he's been here. Of course, scored a few goals for Gibraltar Phoenix as well. And, of course, Gibraltar Phoenix are main rivals in the Championship and the Cup as well. But the looks of it as Hulk scores a second with 12 minutes in. And Europa Point lead 2-0 over Boca Juniors. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So, this is excellent. We have another couple of youngsters on the bench, I think, looking to try and play their first game soon. I think this youth intake we've just had is really going to help us out. And I think next year it's definitely going to be very impressive. I'm hoping if we do get promoted, we might be able to get a larger wage budget. Currently we're at 2.5. I think we're at 2.2 thousand, but there's a lot of players that I don't want and I don't use that are currently being paid £80 a week. But because we haven't got the money to pay them off, we're having to keep them around. So maybe when their contracts expire next season, we'll be able to do a lot more with the money we've got. That's the plan anyway. Carrito now to Evans. Into Hulk. Hulk tried to play it through. Now does get it through to Ball. Can Ball score? It's well defended there by Cameron. Ball with another corner. And Cameron again heads it clear. And here comes Robber. But he's just no one up front. Steve Cooper's struggling. I think we might have to bring him off at half-time. It was nice to give him his debut. So I'm not sure if he's actually playing for the under-19s maybe, or the under-21s. But he looks like a very good player. Someone we're going to use quite a bit of this season now, I think. Towards the end of the year. Ball. So yeah, this episode is basically going to be all about the Cups now. There's going to be no league matches in this. We've got our big match against Lincoln Gibraltar. The biggest match I think we're going to have in our career mode so far. That's going to be coming up straight after this match. So be sure to keep an eye on that. Because that could make us... If we get through in that cup, Gibraltar Lincoln are the strongest team in Gibraltar. If we can knock them out of the cup, we've got a great chance of maybe going the whole way. Like I said, we're dominating League 2 at the moment. So I keep calling it League 2. It's not League 2. It's the Secunda Division, I believe. Cortez now plays it back into Carrito. Carrito to Evans. Evans sees the space, runs into it, but plays it back to Carrito as he played a bit into trouble. Back to Evans. Evans looks really good actually in the centre midfield. Ross now plays it forward to Ball. Ball cuts the ball nicely across to Hulk. Hulk with a shot across the keeper, straight into the far corner. And Europa Point lead 3-0 after 30 minutes. 13th goal of the season for Hulk, who was running away with the goal scoring tallies this season. But Isaac Cortez, with them 4 goals he scored against Hound Dogs, really catched him up now. I think he's about on 11 or 12 as well. So them two guys, they're just immense together on the pitch. If we could get, if Lobaton could start scoring some more goals, that'd be amazing as well. Tony Ball, I think, is getting a lot of assists this season as well. Yeah, we did think we'd definitely bring off Steve Cooper at half-time just to protect him, because I think that Gibraltar-Lincoln match would be very, very important. And I think he'll be a great member of the team to have in for that. I wanted to try him here just to see how well he does. Well, we've not really seen it much because we've been attacking all game. Evans picks it up. I'm liking Evans. He seems to be an all-about player in the middle of the pitch. He seems to be getting a lot of the ball. Matindo played it, but ball wasn't quite on the same wavelength, and Robber picks it up. Robber clears it only as far as Carrito. Plays it across to Cooper. Have a shot, Cooper. Go on. Back to Carrito. Carrito plays it nicely to Cortez. Cortez with a cross. It's headed out by Pozzo, but it's back to Carrito. Now to Evans. Called Evans' turn. Plays the ball out nicely to Cortez. Is there another one in here? It's Evans. Evans shoots. Evans scores. Is it Mark Evans? Frank Evans. Frank Evans, in his second ever appearance for Europa Point, has scored his first goal. And we are 4-0 up and it's not even half time yet. So I was feeling a bit of pressure because before this match started, the media were expecting a high score for this one. And I was panicking. I was thinking, are we going to be able to get a high score in this one? I don't know about that. And then we're 4-0 up now before half time. There's going to be another highlight straight from the centre. What's coming now? Are they going to attack us? Castle to Bernardes to Pepe. Go on, Cooper, take it off him. Plays it back, Pickering now. Plays it through to Pepe and Cooper. The great tackle, but it's been unlucky and it's gone to Castle. And Alex Ross, the new member of the Gibraltar national side, clears the ball. And yeah, I think Steve Cooper could definitely come out half-time. He's having a good game playing a 7.1. Lobertan, how are you playing a 6.8? I might see if there's another striker on the bench maybe bring on at half-time as well. Because Lobertan's just not having a very good game here today. And he's been booked as well. So let's bring on Poppy. We haven't played Poppy in a while. Very good striker. Advanced age, of course, but still very good striker. Salahuddin Barr's going to come on at left back. No. Richard Wakefield's going to come on at left back. Because Wakefield is a very good player. We've not really played him very much. Oh, Wakefield's not actually the player I thought he was. But he's still a pretty decent player. We've not played him very much so far. So this will be his second appearance for the main team. So let's see how we get on in the second half. Of course, we're going to tell them that we are very, very happy with that and keep it up. So let's go for the second half. I reckon Poppy, Poppy might knock in a couple more goals. Poppy, of course, is a player we only brought a few episodes ago in the January transfer window. He's advanced in age, but he's still very, very good for this level. They've made a couple of substitutions themselves. I think it might be a bit late for that now, to tell the truth, but there's the hour mark and we're still leading 4-0. Looks like we might just be sort of holding back on that. I might just lower the tempo, slow the game down a bit. Just to conserve some energy for that match against Gibraltar Lincoln in a few weeks. Sueta, a few days, should I say. Sueta now the goalkeeper for Boca Juniors clears the ball. And as far as Ross did head it to one of the midfielders, but I think he was let down a little bit there. It's not too dangerous at the moment. As long as we keep him out wide like this. Pepe plays it back to Lopez. To Diable. And it's lost there. Picked up by Ball. Now to Hulk. Hulk forward and Poppy's in. Can Poppy score? Poppy does not score. That's Poppycock. You had to score there, Poppy. That was easier to score than not, surely. He's clean through. Green now clears the ball up. Direct to Tony Ball, but Robert's taken it off him. Now to Forshaw. Forward to Suarez. Across to Forshaw once again. Back to Forshaw. Back to Diego. I think what we do now is we're just sort of slowing the match down. Like I said, I dropped down the tempo just to slow the whole thing down a little bit, and I think it's been pretty good for us actually. It's slows the game down, conserves a bit of energy, but Suarez is in. Can we keep a clean sheet? And Ross is giving away a penalty. I think that's unlucky. I think that is unlucky. I don't think he actually meant to tackle him there. I think he just sort of caught the back of his leg as he ran behind him. But it's a shame because it means our clean sheet could be on the way out here. It's a shame because poor old Green on his debut was hoping to get a clean sheet. He still might get a clean sheet, you never know. It's Bernardes stepping up to take the penalty. Oh, it was a good penalty. Green went the right way, but I don't think he had much chance with that. It's a shame. It's a shame, but Green has done very, very well. He almost got there. But it's still 4-1. Still 4-1. We should be okay in this one. Alex Ross has worn out a little bit now as well. I might have to take him off for Salahuddin Barr. And I want to make sure Alex Ross is fit again for the next game. And Salahuddin Barr is also somebody who's capped by Gibraltar. He's got one cap. And I think the main problem is with the The main reason why there's not many high-capped Gibraltar players is there's not a lot of matches. That match we just watched earlier on against Andorra, that's the first Gibraltar friendly in about 8 or 9 months. So I think obviously as they get better and better in the competitions, they'll start to play a lot more. I think the World Cup qualifiers must be coming up pretty soon as well. And I think because I've added Gibraltar as a member of FIFA, they should be in the qualifiers. And it looks like this is going to be all. Wakefield throws the ball back onto the pitch. It's to Cortez, to Corito, across to Evans, who scored a goal today. His first goal for the main side. Back to Wakefield. Again to Evans. Caught by Forshaw. Plays it back to Bernardes. Of course, the penalty scorer, Deli Piani. It's a difficult name to say. Plays it into Forshaw. Forward to Suarez. I think the whistle's going to go pretty soon. And there we go. There it is. 4-1 victors. We are going through to the Division 2 League Cup final. We're going to play against Gibraltar Phoenix, our main rivals this season, and hopefully we'll be able to beat them in both the cup and the league. Hulk is now the top goal scorer in the competition with 3 goals. That's pretty good. Hulk is also the man of the match with 5 key passes, a 9 rating, and of course 2 goals. So now let's go straight forward and get into that big match against Gibraltar Lincoln. And here we go with this quarter-final in the Rock Cup. We're playing against Lincoln Gibraltar, the biggest club in Gibraltar. They've won this cup many a times over the last few years. And of course they've also won the league the last 12 years in a row. So this is going to be a really difficult one for us. They of course are the favourites. But I wouldn't put it completely against us. Team-wise, we've stuck more or less the same. Ball, Hulk, Lobotan, Cortez, Domingo Alvarez, Frank Evans again in midfield. We've got Cooper staying at left-back. He's a bit more fitter this time. Ross in centre-back alongside Chima with Matindo. And, of course, Green playing another game in the goal. So they're playing a very similar formation, but they're playing with their attacking midfielder and striker rather than 2 strikers. I'm worried on this one. I am. Liam Walker, that's the really good guy, isn't it? The one who did really well. He's the best player in the league. So we're going to close him down and we're going to tackle him hard. We're going to try and completely take this guy out of the match. That's going to be the important thing to do. So here we go. Let's see how good we are. We're the underdogs here. Let's go and give the crowd something to cheer for. Then we'll tell them we have some faith in them as well. We have faith in you to make the difference. Got faith in you to make the difference, and of course got faith in you two to make the difference as well. Let's go. This is such a massive game. If we win this game and knock Gibraltar Lincoln out of the cup, I would fancy us maybe to go all the way to the final. Of course, this is the quarterfinal. We're only 2 matches after this one away from winning the competition. And they're on the attack on a straightaway. Lopez to Walker. Supposed to be closing Walker down and hitting him hard. And I'll tell you one thing, we have a big treat set up for you in the next episode as well. I will have a look at that straight after this episode, show you the matches that are lined up. But as long as the schedule hasn't changed, next episode is going to be huge. I mean, really huge. You don't want to be missing that one. And Walker is scored after 3 minutes. We're supposed to be closing this guy down. We're supposed to be tight marking him. We're supposed to be hitting him hard. And he's walked through the defence like he wasn't even there. That's a shame. That's a disappointing way to start the game. Joseph to Castro Bossicio. And they just completely walked through us then. Hopefully we can come back into it, because I don't want to get hammered here, because this would be a bit embarrassing if we got hammered here. Do you think maybe we should drop back onto counter-attack? Try and catch him on the break. Try and catch him on the break. And then try and play a very high tempo as well. That might just surprise him. They're on the attack again. Joseph to Walker. Walker is being tightly marked actually. Joseph with a cross. It's headed clear by Cooper. Well done. Well done, Cooper. Now this is the sort of team next year, if we do get the promotion like we are hoping to, and we should very well get promotion, this is the sort of team we'll be coming up against in the Primera division. Of course, this team is a lot stronger than the rest of the teams in the league. Great defence there by Domingo Alvarez, dropping back from defensive midfield. Ball comes in again, headed clear well by Ross. And we're being completely pinned back here. I'll take the ball back off him. Good ball by Walker out to Joseph. Walker is just far in advance of all the other players in this division. Well, in this country, should I say. Walker again on the ball. Walker. Oh, Green does brilliantly to save it. We are being absolutely pinned back. And to tell the truth, I was expecting this. I was hoping we could do well here, but I was expecting that we were going to get pinned back a little bit. Cooper now. We are playing on the counter-attack. Cooper plays a very, very big long ball. Straight to Lobaton. Could there be a potential equaliser? You see the guys running up to join. Oh, it's been caught by Raul Navas. It wasn't a very good cross by Lobaton. There was two guys running into the area unmarked that would have been a better choice to get the ball to. Cooper again doing very well. Tackling. On Casquero's in, and there's the second goal. It's 2-0 to Gibraltar. Lincoln Red Imps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Red Imps that are in our division are the B team for this team. Hence why they cannot be promoted up to the main division. Disappointing result there. 2-0 down. Not even half time. We're not even half an hour into the game yet. Not even a third of the way through. Hopefully we can turn this around though. It's well, as long as we don't get beaten really, really badly, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, honestly. We are still in the League 2 Cup. Oh, Hulk's out injured. Is it a bad one? Are we going to have to change him? Yeah, you're going to have to take him straight off. He's damaged heel. We've only one striker on the bench. We could play Cortez up front and bring on... there's not much we can do really. We're going to have to bring on Anderson either way, aren't we? Anderson's not 100% match fit. I'm thinking if we do that and then bring on Cortez in the striking role, he's very good up front. We'll bring him in as advance forward attack. Anderson down the wing, he can be a winger on support. And then it's still not too bad. Still not too bad. Anyone playing particularly well? Not really, no. Everyone's on 6.4, 6.5 or 6.6. When you're losing 2-0 in a big match like this and you really want to get back into it, losing a player like Hulk off the pitch is a massive, massive loss for us. Hopefully he's not going to be out for too long because, like I said, we've got some big, big matches coming in the next episode. And I'd really love to have Hulk as part of those matches. So apparently we need some there have not been good enough. And that seemed to motivate and fire them up. You never know. You never know. This could still be a sting in the tail here. We're 2-0 down. There's still time to come back into it. I know I'm clutching at straws, but there's still time to come back into it. Come on, lads. Come on. Show us what you can do. I know they've got Walker, the best player in this country. But we have Steve Cooper. We've got bloody Steve Cooper. Okay, let's pass the hour mark now. And I think we need to go back to attacking. We'll go to attacking now. We're probably going to get caught on the break, but you never know. We might be able to get a goal. Joseph to Walker. Back to Joseph. Back to Sciatino. Conroy. To Castro Bossicio. Forward to Zafik. So I'm glad I didn't take over this team because I can't understand any of their players' names. Domingo Alvarez. To Ross. To Cooper. See, Cooper's a good name. It's a good Gibraltarian name. What a ball across. And Cortez is in. And Cortez scores. It's 2-1. It is 2-1 with 20 minutes left. Isaac Cortez playing up front for the injured Hulk. And there could be a twist in this tale, you know. There could be a twist. What a great ball by Cooper. Fantastic ball by Cooper. And Cortez doesn't miss them. And just look how packed our away end is. Oh, can something happen here? Is it possible? Oh, let's stay. I was going to go overload there. Let's stay attacking for now. See what happens. Cooper heads it clear. Cooper having a great game. Only his second ever game for our club, but he's doing fantastically well. Walker back to Bossicio. Oh, they're broken through us again. Cabrera, and it's Ross, and he's given away a penalty. He gave away a penalty in the last game as well. And I think this could be the end. Poor old Green. He's going to have to defend himself against another penalty. Now, is this going to be Walker taking this? Is it Walker? Let's have a look. It is Walker taking the penalty. He steps back. And a fantastic penalty. Poor old Green had no chance in saving that one. And that to me looks like game, set, match. It's a shame Ross for the second game in a row has given away a penalty. My assistant manager suggested I didn't play Ross for this one. I decided against it. I put him into the game. He's one of our better players. We're going to go for overload and just see if there's any possible way of scraping anything out of this game. But I think we're going to be knocked out of the Rock Cup here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We've been knocked out of the Rock Cup. It's disappointing, but to tell the truth, like I say, Gibraltar Lincoln has dominated this country for years and years and years. And in fairness, it was probably what was going to happen. In fairness. So we have no real... I think in a couple of years' time, we'd definitely be running Gibraltar Lincoln for their money. I think we'll definitely be up there just trying to knock them off this perch. And that's the main thing, because they've dominated this country for so long that is one of the main points of this... one of the main points of this challenge is just to knock them off their perch and become the new dominant force here in Gibraltarian football, and also, of course, to advance Gibraltar, get them off of the bottom of the FIFA rankings, off of 210th, and launch them straight up the rankings and win a World Cup. Yeah, I've said it, I'm going to win a World Cup. Right, so next episode, look what we've got set for you. We have got for you... I'm going to play the Mons Scout match off camera, and we'll come back and I'll show you that one afterwards. But next episode, we're going to play Gibraltar Phoenix in the Division 2 League Cup final. Then we're going to play Gibraltar Phoenix in the league, and then Europa Pegasus in the league. Those two matches are absolutely huge for us. We can win a cup, and then if we beat them in the league, we're more or less won the league as well. So those two matches are very, very important. What do we get in the cup? Is there... We get 10 grand for winning the League 2 Cup. Oh, I want that 10 grand so badly. I want it badly. We're going to get it. So like I said, that is going to be next episode. We'll come back. I'll play Mons Calp off camera. We'll play these 3 games next episode. And then our final episode will be the last 3 matches of the season. And then hopefully, from there on, we'll be in Division 1. So, I hope you have enjoyed this video. And of course, if you have, be sure to slap that like button. It does help me out a lot. Makes it easier for other people to find the video and, of course, grow the channel, grow the series and all that sort of stuff. And, of course, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe for a lot more of this Gibraltar Challenge. Absolutely loving this so far. And, of course, I'll be doing some more at some point as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time.